stanza, they too, aware of the sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. So first stanza, they too aware of sun and air and water. So who does the poet they here refers to? The people of other countries. So they too aware. So here the writer says that foreigners whom we discriminate them and fight with them. So they too, that means the poet says that they too are aware. That means the nature has given all of us, to all the people, the same gift. That is sun and air and water. So everyone gets this sun, air and water in the equal measure. Okay. So here he tries to say that God has not discriminated anyone on these bounties of the nature. So he has given equally to everyone. Okay. Second line, are fed by peaceful harvest. So here the writer says that we do farming when we do farming during the peace time, and when there is no war we live a relaxed life, fed by peaceful harvest. It means says that we lead a peaceful life during the peace time. Okay, by war's long winter harvest, by war long winter starved. So what is the consequences of war? Like we face a lot of difficulties. We starve during the war time, isn't it? So here the poet says that we starve during the daytime, that is during the war time, and winter time is the same for those belonging to the country. So how we suffer during the war time, it is similar to the people of the other country in the wind time. So they don't get food at that time. So he wants to convey the meaning that how we suffer during the war time, similarly the people of the other country, they suffer in the winter time. So both of us, we will have a problem at the same time. Okay, next fourth line, their hands are ours, and in their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. So here the poet says that their hands are same as ours. Okay, and they work very hard just like we do. Okay, and he's giving all this example to convey to the readers that there is no differences in us and the people belonging to other country. So this paragraph says that that nature has given all the bounties to all the people, and the God has not discriminated. Third stanza, remember they have eyes like ours that wake. So here the poet tells all the readers to remember something. That is, he says that we should keep in mind that the people of another country whom we think as our enemies have been bestowed by God with a similar appearance like us. Okay, they have eyes like ours. So here the writer is telling that remember they have eyes like ours. So he's trying to say that God has given them eyes like ours, which open when awake and close when we are asleep. So third stanza, remember they have eyes like ours that wake. So the God has bestowed, it means he has given the eyes like ours, okay, which can open when they are awake and close when they are asleep. Strength that can be won. So here he says that the poet, he has given strength also, which we can win through love. Strength that can be won by love. So here the writer is trying to say that we can win the others by love. So he has given the strength. What is that? Which we can win through love. Then next line, then he says that in every country, in every land, there is one thing, that is life. So life means all the things. Okay, so if we can recognize them, And if we all can understand their feeling, okay, if we recognize the foreigners, the people of other country and their feelings, and realize that they are also like us, there will be no fight, no war between us. So third stanza, the writer is trying to say that the God has given them eyes like us, which can open when it is awake and close when they are asleep. And similarly, He has given the strength that which can run through love. Okay, then He also says that in every country, in every land, there is one common thing, that is life. Okay, so if we can understand that their feelings and realize that they are also like us, we will be no fight. There will be no fight, no war between us. Fourth stanza. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it's ourselves that we should dispossess, betray, condemn, and remember, we who take arms against each other. So the meaning of dispossess is disown, betray to be disloyal, condemn to express a strong disposal of disapproval of some work. So here the writer is trying to say that we should remember that whenever someone tells us to hate a person from another country, or to think him as our enemy, and whenever we think someone to be our enemy, so it is we take the decision, we deprive ourselves, we cheat ourselves, and we condemn ourselves. So the poet is trying to say that we should stay away from such negativity. Okay, so on the whole, he is trying to say that we should remember that whenever we are told to hate somebody, people of other country, we should never have such attitude. We should not hate people of other countries, and we should be away from such negativity. Okay. Fifth stanza. It is human earth that we defile. Defile means make something impure. Our hells of fire that dost outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no country strange. So it's human earth that we defile here. Defile means make something impure. So the poet says that we should keep in mind that whenever we pick up the weapons against any person, we make the earth defiled. That means we make the earth impure, we make the earth dirty. So you understood? First line, it is human earth that we defile. So when we take the weapon, whenever we pick up the weapon to fight against any person, we make the earth dirty. Second line, our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence. So whenever war happens, what happens? It leads to a lot of bloodshed, right? Thousands of people will die. So these dead bodies, our hells of fire, that is these dead bodies, accumulate on the earth and make it impure. So these two lines he says that, the poet says that we should keep in mind whenever when we take the weapon against anyone, it makes the earth dirty. Okay, and whenever war happens, it leads to lot of bloodshed, fire and death. So these dead bodies accumulate on the earth and make it impure. Okay, next line, of air that is everywhere our own. Here the fire of war, so the air here refers to the fire of war which erupts, the smoke, okay, which comes out of the dust, which fills the air. It is so dirty that it pollutes and outrages. That means it impures the air. The fire of war which erupts the smoke and comes out the dust which fills the air and makes the air impure. So with all these things, the poet wants us to give us the message that we should not indulge a war. Finally, he concludes the poem by repeating the line, No men are foreign and no country is strange. So finally he ends the poem by writing the first line in reverse and says that no men are strange and no country is foreign.